for what he has done.
Yes, hallelujah.
We thank the Lord for what he's doing.
Yes.
I give God happy for. I thank the Lord for what he's going to do.
Yes, hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Something good is going to happen. Lord said something good is going to happen to me.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Amen. You got to have a bright outlook on life.
Amen.
Something good's going to happen to me. Lord, I don't need no one to say, no, I don't know about that. It's bad to me. Something good. Yes. Praise the Lord. After all of that, let's come down and face reality. Things don't look very good.
Thank you, Jesus.
I was at the clinic the other day and my wife gets some blood work up. And I was there a week before for the same thing. And I looked around the clinic from different people, faces. And the majority of us in there were gray head folks. And I like to look at people's faces, their expressions. And some of them look hopeless. Some are going to find out what's wrong. Some are going to find out how long they're going to live. Some are going to get an answer of some kind from the doctor. And I thought about that. In the day in which we are living, so much is going on. In a country that's supposed to be so enlightened, so intelligent, crime rate out of control, violence everywhere, sexual perversion everywhere. Of course, y'all concerned about medicine. What they're going to do about this medical condition. Just look like one problem after another. And we used to sing a song some years ago of all that is happening, all that is happening negatively. Sin is the blame. Sin is the blame. And when I go to the drugstores, I like to go back to the pharmaceutical place, pharmacy. And all of those bins are full of prescriptions waiting to be picked up. But I want to let you know medical science has made great strides. New drugs coming out. But one thing about drugs weren't brought into being to cure you. Drugs are brought into being to treat you. There's no cure with drugs. Some doctors will tell you, now once you got to start taking it, you have to take it the rest of your life. And people are just hopelessly addicted to drugs. We're going to talk about our young people and drugs. There are uppers and downers. There are people who are being treated for addiction to medical drugs. They've got hooked on it. I had a problem when I was younger working in the shop, and I ran an awl, or a sewing awl. I was trying to sew something and went into this part of it, but it had a fish hook on it. So I wouldn't dare pull it out. And I went to the doctor, an old-time doctor, and he looked at it, and he gave me a shot. And that shot made me so sick, I had to go home. I couldn't work the rest of the day. The next time I went to the doctor, because I got my finger caught in one of the machines, the scar's yet there. And they had to take the machine apart to get my finger out. So I went back to the same old doctor. And he looked at it, squirted something on it. And the nurse came and said, now I'm going to give you a shot, kill the pain. She came back 5 minutes later, I'm going to give you another shot, so you won't have any bad reaction. You know that second shot? They could have kept giving me that. Didn't even feel pretty good. I felt pretty good myself. But that's how people get addicted to drugs. They make them feel good. We have people with mental problems, emotional problems. We have those who have had bad experiences and their heart, spirit has been scarred, hurt. And we have psychiatrists telling you to come and lay up on their bed, and they went to school. And the only way he can tell you what's wrong, I help you out, but you got to tell him what's wrong with you. And there seems to be a spirit of hopelessness, even among church people. Churches are here to be a help. People come to get an answer. They come to find hope. And there seems to be very little hope, even in the church. Even in the church. But with all of the drugs, and some of you are real knowledgeable, you can call those drugs on, name them just like that. And tell what they're for. And I watch the advertisements on drugs on television. And they tell you, oh, what a miracle drug this is. But when we start going to listen to after effects or reaction, you don't know whether you want to take that drug or not. Nobody seems to have the answer. But I want to talk about a man. You don't need this drug, you don't need that drug, you don't need this counselor or that counselor. You don't have to go get a diagnosis from this one. And they call doctors, that's why they call them practitioners. They practice on you. They practice on you. But there is a man.
Yes.
There is a man who has the answer to all of our problems. How many of y'all say if it's not one thing, it's two? One problem right after the other. When is it going to end? And some atheists say, if God was so real, we wouldn't have these problems. But there is a man. There is a man who has the answer to all of our problems. That man, I just want to read this one verse of scripture, Matthew 1:21.
Yes, yes.
And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus. For he shall save his people from their sins. There have been ministries and preachers come along who you thought had the answer. How many of you old enough to remember Father Divine? Father Divine was a short, black man, had quite a, I guess you could call it charisma with people. And I believe at one time in New York City, he was going to baptize thousands. So what he did, he took a water hose. Baptized.
Praise him. Praise him.
Father Divine was so convincing. So convincing that he had thousands of